Welcome to the Great Basin Smoke Dispersion Briefing for Thursday, January 6th. Over the last 2 weeks, we've had significant precipitation move across the Great Basin, with many areas showing well above normal precipitation for the time of year. Some exceptions are parts of northwest Utah, parts of the far south, and parts of central Idaho that are either near or below normal. Looking at the new snowfall over the last 72 hours, we've had new snowfall over the northern and eastern half of the Great Basin, especially in the higher terrain. Many areas seeing above 12 inches of new snowfall and drier conditions further south. Our snow depth is very healthy across all of the Great Basin. Looking at our snowpack numbers, everybody is near or above normal for the time of year for snowpack. Some of the more notable areas obviously are across the Sierra, into Nevada and Utah, where snowpack is well above normal. Looking at our satellite image from this morning, ridging will continue to move across the Great Basin with lighter winds and drier conditions. However, in the far north, with the system that's been pushing by to the north, still some clouds and showers up across Idaho into Wyoming. The next system, well off the west coast, will be moving in today, increasing winds, and then moving across the area on Friday, bringing another round of some light precipitation. Looking at the weather pattern for later today, again, those showers and clouds in the far north will be pushing off to the east. Ventilation index will remain quite low across the area with those lighter winds under the ridge. We do have some breezy winds again on the north side of that ridge with that system moving by across Idaho and Wyoming, so still gusty winds in the higher terrain. And mixing heights will generally remain low across the southern half of the Great Basin and moderate across northern areas. As we move into Friday, the system off the coast moves into the Great Basin, so again, another round of lighter precipitation across northern areas of the Great Basin, and this will also bring some breezy winds, so we will see the ventilation index increase a little bit in some areas, but still remain low in areas of lighter winds. Those gusty winds will increase in the Sierra and western Nevada, into northern Nevada on Friday, and also continue to remain breezy over parts of Idaho and Wyoming into the higher terrain of Utah with those west to northwest winds. Mixing heights will increase to moderate across much of the Great Basin. On Saturday, the system pushes by to the east into the Rockies, with ridging again moving in with drier and warmer conditions and lighter winds. So therefore, we will see poor dispersion across much of Nevada and Utah. Still a little bit better as that system exits and the winds remain breezy up across Idaho and Wyoming. So again, on Saturday, that's where those breezy winds will remain in the far north with much lighter winds further south, and mixing heights will drop back down to low across much of the region. Looking at the forecast clearing index for Utah with those lighter winds, we are expecting low clearing indices in the valley locations for the next few days. The only exceptions will be in the higher terrain where winds are breezy today, and again will pick up again on Saturday. 3-day amounts of precipitation are indicated here, showing the better chances obviously in the far north, where we will continue to see showers today, and then with the next system tomorrow, we'll get certainly some precipitation in the higher terrain of central Idaho and Wyoming, and could see areas see over an inch, so that could translate to over a foot of new snowfall over the next couple of days. Much lighter precipitation down in the northern Sierra and also down into Utah. Going into next week, we will have strong ridging across the area, so warmer conditions, strong inversions in place with those lighter winds, especially with some of the new snowfall moving in. We will see a change in the weather pattern as we go into early next week with systems sliding into the southern areas. So we will see more of a southern trajectory of weather patterns, bringing some clouds and light showers to southern areas of the Great Basin and keeping much of the northern areas a little bit drier. Under those light winds under the ridge, we will see poor dispersion in most areas, but we could see winds pick up in the far south by early next week as that system moves into Southern California, improving dispersion in the far south. And on Tuesday, this area of low pressure moves into Southern California, northern Baja, so again pushing into southern areas of the Great Basin with some clouds and possibly some light showers, and then continuing into Wednesday as well with still lighter winds and generally poor dispersion. Forecast amounts of precipitation going into the early part of next week, very light. Again, could see some spotty showers in the far south, but not really much of any significant precipitation in the west. Looking at the 8 to 14-day outlook, taking us from January 13th through the 19th, showing generally warmer conditions over southern areas, but some below normal temperatures in parts of the north. And then looking at a drier scenario coming up for this next week, going into next week and into the following week across much of the Great Basin. That concludes our webcast for today. Check back on Monday for the latest updates.